Kindergarten classroom management can feel completely different when your systems are actually working. So let's walk through what becomes possible when things start to click. Welcome to the Kindergarten Toolbox Podcast. I'm your host, Amy Murray, here to help you simplify kindergarten with tools and strategies that actually work with real live 5 and 6-year-olds. Let's dive into your shortcut to calmer days and more confident writers. In episode 15, we talked about why behavior strategies work and then suddenly stop working. Today, I want to show the other side of that, what it actually looks like when your classroom management does work. Not perfectly, not like some picture-perfect classroom on Instagram, but in a real kindergarten classroom with real kids on a real day. Let's dig in. Right now, your classroom might feel like you're constantly redirecting your students. You're answering the same questions over and over again. You're trying to get through a lesson, but the constant interruptions are draining. By the end of the day, you're absolutely exhausted. Not necessarily physically, but totally mentally drained. Because you're making 1,000 decisions and it's still feeling like it's not enough. And if you're honest with yourself, there's parts of your day you probably dread. But now I want you to picture something different, not a completely different classroom, not different students, even though that might be tempting, but a different system. You start your day and your students know exactly what to do and go do it. You're not explaining every single step. You're not repeating the same directions 5 times. They come in, they get started, and you can actually breathe for a second while they're getting along with their morning routines. Transition time comes, and instead of pure chaos and a WWE wrestling match in the middle of your classroom, there's movement, quiet. It's not silent. It's not necessarily perfect, but it's predictable, and your students know what's expected. They follow through without you stopping and having to manage every step. Let's look at your small group time. That's where most times things feel most out of control. You sit down with your group, and instead of constantly looking up, redirecting, and putting out fires the whole time, your students are working. Not perfect, but what they're supposed to be doing independently, and you can actually teach. You can focus. You can listen to the small group right in front of you and respond to those kids instead of being a firefighter. And how about during writing? That part of my day was often chaotic. But once I had the right systems in place, my students knew what to do, and they got started. They were engaged longer, and I heard less excuses and whining and saw more writing. And the biggest thing? The end of the day. You're not leaving feeling defeated. You're not replaying everything that went wrong today. You're thinking, okay, that felt better. I actually got to teach today. I feel like I know what I'm doing. When you get home, you're not totally drained. You have something left for your kids and your own family, for yourself. That's the shift from I'm just surviving, let me get through this day, to I know how to run my classroom and it doesn't feel impossible anymore. Now, let me be really clear. This doesn't happen just because you found the perfect tool or strategy. It happens because you put simple systems in place with clear expectations and you follow through with consistency that works in a real live kindergarten classroom. That's it. And you're listening to this thinking, yeah, that sounds great, but my class is harder than that. I've got this and behavior and that behavior, and I hear you and I've been there. This isn't about having an easy class. This is about having something that works even when your class is challenging. Over the next couple of episodes, I'm going to keep breaking this down, what these systems actually look like, how they fit into your day, and how you can start putting them in place without adding more to your overflowing plate. because this version of your classroom, it's not out of reach. It comes just from having the right systems in place. But if you're anything like me, you're looking for something that you can change yesterday, right? So let's pick one time of your day, whatever feels like your biggest challenge right now. Maybe it is morning arrival. So stop, pause, rethink what this could look like if you simplified your system, paired it with a visual so that your students knew what to do and could come in and do their job every morning without interrupting you. Maybe it is lining up. Go back and listen to our podcast about numbering your students and lining up in number order. That will change your life. Maybe it's cleaning up. Maybe it's packing up for dismissal at the end of the day. Whatever that one time period is that's driving you the most crazy, take a look at that time period. Think, how can I simplify this to simple steps, pair it with a visual, and introduce it to your students? Practice explicitly. I do, a student does, another student does. We all do it until we get it right. And then keep that system the same every day for a week or two and see how it goes. You'll find that if you can streamline that routine and those expectations, pair them with a simple visual so your students aren't interrupting you. They can look at the visual or you can send them there so they know what to do next. It will free up your time. It will limit those interruptions. It will limit how many times you need to verbally redirect your students so you can get that part of your day back. It's definitely worth a try. I can't wait to hear how it works for you. Don't forget to reach out on Instagram. I'm at Teaching Exceptional Kinders, or send me an email. I'd love to hear from you and hear how this is going, because you can regain control of your classroom. And if you are ready to jump right in and you're like, I need those systems, all of them right now, join us inside Kindergarten Behavior Blueprint. We've got you covered. I'll make sure the link's down in the show notes. All right, until next week. Here's to a calmer classroom. Thanks for listening to the Kindergarten Toolbox. I'm Amy Murray, and I'm so glad you're here. Be sure to check the show notes for all the links and resources from today's episode. For even more tips, tools, and support, head to teachingexceptionalkinders.com or connect with me on Instagram at teachingexceptionalkinders. If you enjoyed this episode, please follow along and subscribe to the show and take a minute to leave a review. It helps other kindergarten teachers to find us too. Teaching kindergarten is tough, but you're not alone. Here's to calmer days and more confident writers. You've got this.